is up, y'all? Welcome to Game Day here at Heavy Cardboard. Teach, play, and discuss medium and heavy strategy board games, war games, 18xx, and other cube rails, apparently. I'm your host, Edward Euler. Happy to be joined by these four cats over here.
Andrew.
Ariel.
Ken.
And Chris, eventually. There we go. All right, so welcome everybody watching live around the world as well as after the fact. Today, we are excited to be bringing y'all Southern Rails, designed by John Bohr, he of Winsome Games. Originally published by Winsome Games, now coming out as a Todd Sanders graphic and artwork by Rio Grande Games. Now, Rio Grande Games also kindly sponsored this playthrough as well as provided us with this review copy. So big thanks to Ken and Jay and everybody over at Rio Grande Games. I'm looking forward to this because more train games, in my opinion, it's a good thing in life. So yay. All right, if you guys enjoy tonight's stream, don't forget, give it a thumb down below, subscribe, do all that stuff. You want to support the show, you can go to pledgehc.com. And I'm looking at my phone. Why, you might ask? Because Tom, let's go ahead and do this proper. Right as we were getting started, I saw it come in. So cheers, Tom. Thanks for the support. I appreciate that. And one more thing before we actually get into tonight's sponsored stream. Now, if y'all have followed and watched the amalgamation stream, you guys knew that I totaled my car in the first snowstorm here in the Boston area. I totaled it back on December 5th. It wasn't a big wreck, but it trashed the suspension. So I had to get a new car. I finally got said new car today. I picked it up and pretty excited about it. So when I was there, I saw the hats and I was like, you know what? I want one of those. And the folks over at Liberty Mazda were kind enough to do so. So shout out to Pierre, who was awesome over at Liberty Mazda to work with. And I got my new baby. So yay, paid a really good price. The down payment was because of my totaled car, so it really wasn't that bad. And I got my fancy Mazda hat, so I told him I'd wear it tonight in honor of getting my new car, which I don't have a name for yet. I posted in Slack asking for names for my new car because my last car's name was Josie, and may she rest in peace. So, yeah, but first time in my life I'm ever excited about owning a car. Okay, my first car was an '89 Mustang GT. That was a good car. I'm excited about this one too. Anyway, enough about the car. I'm just excited, y'all. I mean, it's probably my last gas-powered car ever, right? Because I imagine it's all going to be electric by the time I replace this one. So I'm excited. That's all. Anyway, Southern Rails tonight. It's a cube rails game, and it's a Winsome game, so it's not going to be a super long game. Including the stream, including the teach, 90 minutes maybe for the 5 of us, all right? So if y'all at home are ready, I'm definitely ready. Hopefully these cats over here are ready.
Ready.
All right, let's do this. I'm actually not even, the teach should be simple enough here to where I'm not even gonna bring the chat and the camera down. So here we go. Southern Rails. In the early days of America's railroads, 6 railroad companies competed to serve the cities of the southern United States. What are those 6 companies? The Western and Atlantic, the Atlantic and Gulf, the Southern, Piedmont, the Atlantic Coastline, and the Central. In Southern Rails, 3 to 5 players compete to own shares in these railroads. You don't say. Huh. Once a player owns a share in a particular railroad, they become able to build tracks that will connect more cities to that railroad's network, increasing the value of that company's shares. Over 4 scoring rounds, points will be awarded according to which railroads lead in various categories. However, and this is the hook in the game, a railroad must rise above its competitors because sharing the lead in a category is worth exactly nothing. Because if you don't lead it by yourself, you're not leading anything. The player with the most points at the end of the game will be the winner. All right, so what is it you're looking at here? So this is a hex map roughly, of the southern U.S. We have Atlanta and Knoxville, Tennessee, all the way down to Jacksonville, Florida. So you're looking at the panhandle of Florida all the way up to the Tennessee and Fayetteville, North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina, etc., going all the way west, Vicksburg, and Baton Rouge, so down in Louisiana, all right, and Memphis, Tennessee as well. All right, so that's the map. Now, Atlanta might get a little crowded over here, so therefore we have this big hex over here that is basically that hex for all the train companies to be in there. We have the various shares over here. We have the income that, or the number of victory points that any individual player got in a single of that round, and a victory point track along the top as well. We have city revenue values over here, and then we have the other board over here, the progress board. Now, there are the 6 companies. This will represent the track that is going to get laid out here on the board. There are 16 cubes or 16 pieces of track at maximum that any one company can lay out there. And then we have a number of different tracks out here that's going to track the various companies. How many green cities, how many blue cities, how many red cities, and what is the revenue that they are going to be generating based on the number of the various colored cities that they have expanded track into. All right, so how do you play the game? Well, the beginning of the game, to start out with, is going to start out with an initial stock acquisition phase. There's going to be 2 of them, or 2 rounds, if you will. We're going to snake draft, so we will go in player order, choosing one of the 6 available number 1 shares, as you can see on there. Now, each company has 6 shares. However, the number that is on the share is strictly a bookkeeping thing. 1 share, doesn't matter if it's the number 5 share, it's still a share, all right? So in player order, each of us is going to choose one of the available 6 number 1 shares. Then snake draft, going back the other direction, a player can choose, must choose a 2nd share. At the end of that, every player must have 2 different shares. So you'll have 2 shares, but they can't be of the same company. I don't think I need to belabor that anymore. There we go. Then the sequence of play is really, really simple. Each player must lay 1 track, 1 piece of track for every for any company that they are an investor in. So for instance, if I have invested in the yellow and green company to start the game, I must lay 1 track, i.e. 1 cube, either a yellow or a green, out here on any one hex on the board. You start wherever your heart content. From that point, when you lay that track though, all track must be contiguous for that company. Any questions on that? Pretty simple so far. All right. Now, building track, all right. I'll go ahead and go through this here. Building track. You must lay track if you can. Okay, unless that company, all of the companies that you've invested in, if they have no track left, or if it is impossible for you to be able to lay track, then you must pass. The game ends one of 2 ways, either when all players consecutively pass, or at the end of a 4th scoring round. More on that in a little bit. But let's talk about building track. The very first time that you lay track, you may lay track on any available hex, but you'll notice the different colors of hexes out here on the board. All right. The number or the color of the hex will dictate the number of companies or the number of cubes that can be in a hex. Each company can only be in one hex or in each hex once, but a rural hex, so any of these white hexes, a max of 2 companies, so 2 cubes. And the income worth 0. All right. The green hexes can, all these cities can have a max of 1 cube in them, and the revenue, whenever you place in there, is worth 1. So the revenue will go up 1. Blue, it is 2 cubes and $2. Red is 3 cubes and $3. Atlanta is unlimited, hence the extra space, and that's going to be worth $4. Easy enough. Lay a cube. Pretty simple. However, once a company has laid their 10th cube, so going left to right, that is the outlined box right here, there's going to be a scoring round. And a scoring round is pretty simple. So railroads, that are the railroad that's connected to the most green cities earns a victory point per share. So for instance, if yellow has 3 and let's say blue is at 2 and everything else is at 0 or something, yellow would be worth 1 point per share. That makes sense? If yellow and blue are tied for the most shares, those are worth $0 per share, because if you ain't leading, you ain't scoring. Make sense? Any questions on that?
No, makes sense.
All right. Then we will do the same for the blue, and we will do the same for the red. 1 point, 1 point, 1 point. Then the railroad with the highest revenue, again, if alone, is worth 2 points per share. Then the railroad with the greatest number of track cubes laid out on the board. Pretty simple. We'll be able to look at this. However, it only starts counting here with the 11th cube. So what that means is the victory point per share for the most track cubes laid will not be awarded in the first one, since a scoring round is after you've laid your 10th one out there. So obviously the first company that gets hits 10, nobody will be at 11. There will be no victory point awarded for that. And then the railroad with the fewest shares owned by the players is worth 1 victory point per share. If there's a tie for any of those things, 0 victory points for that category. And then we're going to track how many victory points each player accumulated during that scoring round. And then we're going to change turn order based on whoever scored the fewest victory points with relative order remaining. And again, the game ends after 4 scoring rounds, or if all the players were forced to pass consecutively. If all the players are forced to pass consecutively, then we will immediately have a scoring round, and then the game will end. Whoever has the most points wins. If you're tied, well, go plant a tree. That's it. That's how you play Southern Rails. Any questions?
Nope.
All right, so let's randomize turn order. I mean, it would be simple to just go alphabetically, top to bottom, for the first round, but that'd be no fun. So let's go ahead and randomize these. Now, I assume that when Todd did this, Todd being Todd Sanders, graphic design and artist, then I assume it's colorblind friendly, but we do have red and green, so I went ahead and put little green circle or little black circles on those. Hopefully that will help for anybody out there whenever those are on the board. So there you go. Oh, that should, man. There we go. Hold on 1 second. I did have it set up right. And there. That works. All right, cool. So hopefully that's clear for everybody. All right. All right. Oh, and everybody's portfolios will be tracked above their name right there. So we'll do worst to first. All right. I got to remember what color I am. I am orange. All right. So we will go in this order. So we will go we'll go left to right, because that's the way we do things. For the first round, I'm going to do it like this so I can remember. We will be able to do this after the first round easily there. So first off, Peanut Gallery. Place your bets. Over under on Glory to Rome's. I don't know, 4 scoring rounds, ties. Given this group, what, 7.5? Seems right. All right, 7.5, and place your bets. All right.
Man, if we hit 7.5 in this particular game.
Yeah.
I have faith in y'all. And I played enough games, especially with Ken and Ariel, to understand that I feel like I may have set that low. I'm just saying.
All right. Well, challenge accepted, I guess.
All right. Oh, you know what? I realized that I should have actually used the cards that are in the game. So that's my bad. So you know what? This will actually make my life a little bit easier. So we got 1. We got 2. I don't know why I forgot that. Wait, natural. Gray. 2, sorry, 3, 4, and 5. So there we go. That's why they're in the game. So my bad. All right. So we got those. All right. So I will say that this seems to be a inconsequential first decision or a non-decision for whoever is the first player. After the first player, they become consequential decisions. So, that said, Andrew, it is your honor to make what's your favorite color or company?
I like green. I'll go with green.
All right, the Southern. All right, so that is here. Now note that Andrew will not be able to choose Southern the second time. The Southern is now not available for any player to choose until the second time through. Make sense? Good, good. Ken, you're up.
Well, I think this is like 5 inconsequential decisions. Oh, I suppose there's no.
Who do you want to partner with potentially? Or I guess this is kind of trivial. I guess for the first one, right? Okay.
If I could take green, it would make a difference. I actually probably would if I could, but I'll take. Is there one that says Gulf? Atlantic and Gulf. I'll take that one.
I heard something Gulf. The Atlantic and Gulf. All right.
Yeah.
There we go. Well, there goes my choice. All right, and Chris, you're up.
I'll take purple.
All right, Atlantic coastline it is. Well, I did want the Atlantic. I'll take Piedmont because that's fun to say. And now, Ariel, back-to-back choices.
I'll take the other 2.
Now, okay, so you're going to take the Central there, and then you said the other 2, the Western and Atlantic. Done. All right. So now, after you chose, technically, let me be clear here. After you chose, this matters. So let me back up. Which one do you want to choose first?
Gray first.
Gray first. So then what would happen is all of these would then go back, and we would put one of each back out there. So then for the second one, the Western Atlantic is taken. So what does that mean? Nobody can take the Western Atlantic for the second round, all right? So going backwards in order, now 4, who do I want to partner with? You know what? I think the only one that I feel like I even have a chance of trusting even remotely is Chris, because I've played enough games with the rest of y'all to know better. So I think we will go there. So, Chris.
I'll take a gray.
All right, so the Central. And Ken? So, if it makes it any easier on this, Western Atlantic is gone.
Yeah.
Piedmont is gone. So orange, blue,
Right.
purple, and gray. Hey,
Yeah.
Cooper.
No, I
hush.
think the right choice, just from a keeping people from getting extra points in the first round perspective, I think it's blue.
You don't have to. Don't feel obligated.
Because I think that'll prevent, I would leave Andrew with the decision potentially to have only one company with one share out if I didn't take blue. So I'll take blue.
Partnered up with Ken. Great.
Okay, I think I'm forced to take the yellow then.
You are, because you cannot take the gray. 2 are out. 2 are out. 2 are out.
It.
You cannot take the green.
Yeah.
So
only
I
one.
did that wrong, didn't I?
You did. I wasn't going. My job is not to point these things out to you, sir.
Yeah.
All right. So now, there we go. So that is our portfolios to begin the game. And now, in turn order, place 1 track cube. So, player 1, green or yellow?
I think it makes sense to put green out because I'm the only one with green.
Okay. And, whoo boy, the
Well, I
world.
did it right, because there's 2 people have 1 share each, so that fewest shares is not getting a point in the first scoring round.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, all right.
Oh, yeah, fair.
Yeah.
All right, so that's the western side of the map. And then we have the eastern side of the map. So, the colors, honestly, are what matter here. And I think those are pretty clear even at this resolution for you guys. Zoomed out and doing that because I wanted to get the board in there as well. So, and
Yeah, I'm not
obviously
gonna-
Atlanta there in the center, that's worth the most income.
Yeah, I'm not going to spend forever thinking about this because there's way too much to consider. So I'm going to pick a red city. I can't really read what the
I got
city
you.
names are. Okay.
So center or what direction?
Center.
All
I
right.
think.
So that's Birmingham or Montgomery.
Let's do Montgomery.
All right. So we will put that in Montgomery. So get 3 income there for green. Or highest revenue, I should say, not income. I guess technically is the same. Done. All right. So player 2. Ken.
Well, it sounds like if I go with yellow, I'll be pulling my own cart there. So I'll go with blue.
I support this choice. All right.
Yeah.
So paid mount there. Where would you like to start? And quick reminder, the value of the city that you see here, except for Atlanta and except for the white, that's how many cubes can be in each of those. So for instance, if you were to start in Montgomery, that means only one other company could go into Montgomery at some point.
Right.
FYI. Okay.
Sure.
Welcome, Nate. And oh, go ahead, Ken. I'll answer Nate's question afterwards.
I'm still trying to figure this out. I think there's a bunch of different potentially good places to go. I do like the Montgomery choice a lot, actually. But
honestly, that felt like the smartest. Just you're centered around Selma, Columbus, and West Point right there.
Yeah, but it's creating a lot of competition. If I go there too, it's going to create a lot of competition for that spot.
That was my fear with going there because I think that's going to be a very popular area.
It should be, you would think, right?
Maybe I'll try to carve out a little space where other people won't follow me, and I'll go to the Big Easy. Let's just go ahead and pick the most fun city on the board.
All right, Nolans it is. All right, so coming down here into Nolans, down there. So obviously 3 income for blue. Here we go. And 3, Chris, you're up.
I'll build gray into the upper right.
I mean, definitive. You see this?
The upper right.
By the way, technically gray is black.
Sorry.
No worries. So where?
The upper right red city. All the way on the
Upper
top.
right. So Memphis.
Nope. My
Upper right. Wilmington.
Wilmington.
There you go.
Hold on. The one that doesn't make the L. Okay, yeah, Wilmington. That's me. All right, so that's going to be black. 3. Done. And me. Interesting choice because 3 is already gone. Chris is already gone, and he and I share purple.
It's an easy choice. Just place a blue.
I trust you as far as I can throw you, Ken.
We can score some points together. Let's go.
God, I hate doing this, but I think I am gonna. So, throw a paid mount out here. Boom, done. All right, and now 5. Ariel.
Maybe I'm missing something, but I don't see a reason not to go straight to Atlanta. I'll go to Atlanta with red.
Okay, so red there. And until we need to, I'm going to leave them out here on the map, make it easier, and then I'll expand them there. So red is going to be 4. And hold on. Should you take the green near Atlanta to block other? Oh, okay. Do you need to put a green on the first red? Oh, yeah. Thank you. That's the other thing I'm forgetting. So it's going to be
yes.
blue, green, and black on red. Blue, green, and black. On there. Now, note, Atlanta isn't on a track. That would be the only reason to not do that. So we have those 3 companies. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 players. So we have all the cities accounted for. Boom, done. There we go. All right, there we go. Awesome. So we continue again. Player 1.
Ken, if you want to start building out yellow, I'll start building out yellow.
Well, why don't you build one and we'll see.
I'm happy doing that.
And by the way, Ken from Rio Grande is in chat with us tonight. So, hey, Ken. So if you all have any questions about this or any other Rio Grande stuff, hit him up. It's at Ken Hill in chat.
Yeah, I gotta get this partnership going in some way. Oh, where does it go though?
You know what? I think you guys can see the map easy enough. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this over here so that because of the angle that we're at, you guys, because I realize top down, you guys can't really tell how many cubes of each color are out. So I think that works. Okay. So if you need to see, let me know.
I don't know, Ken, you got suggestions? where would you like it to go?
I mean, Birmingham's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, all right. We'll do
Probably,
yellow.
Probably not Memphis or Nashville.
No, that seems bad. Well, maybe Memphis is okay. I don't know. I don't know. We'll do yellow in Birmingham.
All right. So go in there. So yellow's got a red city and yellow has 3 income. Boom, done. That is player 1. Player 2.
Let's put a blue in Baton Rouge. We'll get to yellow eventually, Andrew. I promise.
Great, Ken.
Come on, you had to have known that was coming, Andrew. So that's going blue into Baton Rouge. So blue, and I'm just going to offset that a little. Now you guys can see that. All right, there. And that's going to be 2 income for blue. Okay.
Southwest for black.
Black is going southwest. So that would be right there. That would be a big goose egg. So then purple's not on the board. Chris, I'm just saying, you coulda. You coulda.
You can start it.
Oh, so we have another Ken. Great.
Blue's not going anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah, I think I might leave that to Ken at this point. So now, if I start looking at purple,
I'm invested in other railroads on the board already, right, Edward?
I'm just saying.
Okay, just wanted to point that out.
Fully aware. So, I think. So the really interesting thing here is, I think. Yeah, I kind of like this. This might be counterintuitive and maybe I'm wrong, but if you look at this area over here and you look at where cubes are, right? So let's take a look at this real quick. We have 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. Unlimited can go there, 3 can go there, 3 can go there, but only 2 can go to each of these. So you know what? How about we do that? So purple will start there in West Point. So purple will go into 1 blue city and be at 2 income. But they ensure that they're not they're blocked out now, or not blocked out there, since all of the railroads are now on the board. We'll see. We'll see. All right, Ariel.
I'll just go northwest from Atlanta with red.
Okay. Good thing I know my directions on this. So red, nothing changes. Back to 1. By the way, let me double back real quick. Somebody had asked, Nathan, I have a piece of software that Martin Fowler wrote for me. Super simple to help me with patron access to the Slack channel. And Patreon changed something, so he has to adjust the software. Long story long, probably in the next 24 to 48 hours, you will have access to Slack. Cheers.
And I really feel like I am not going to get anything out of you if I continue building yellow.
No. Build yellow. Build yellow.
What you gotta give me something. What are you going to do if I build yellow?
If you build south towards Montgomery and Selma, that'll get us 8 income.
If you are gonna if you're gonna commit to doing that, then we can
I
do
will.
it.
I will. I will.
If you
firmly
do
commit-
not build, if I build yellow now, and you do not build it, I'm never building another yellow track again.
I will firmly commit to building yellow this turn.
All right, then we're gonna do it. We're gonna
All
go
right.
south of yellow.
South. So due south, like right there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You can add another one, yellow south.
All
So
right.
right
There
there.
you
Okay. All right. I'm just saying purple.
Yeah,
Help.
north with purple.
There you go. Wait, north? Oh, heading. So okay. All right. Yeah. You know what? I can be a team player here, Chris. Okay. So we'll go ahead and go check out the races here in Talladega. So that is purple. And you know what? Again, because it's top down, guys, is that too confusing to do something along the lines of this? I just realized because you guys need to be able to see what is, it works at the angle like that. So y'all can see that. There we go. All right, so there is one for purple. There we go, done. So that was 4, 5, Ariel.
I'll go northwest with black.
Northwest via black, and black is over here. Northwest. So to Florence or?
Yep.
Okay. All right, so black now will get 1 and 1. And there we go. All right, back to 1.
We'll build in Montgomery with yellow.
Yellow?
Yellow, got it.
Oh yeah, you can't build in green. Oh, beautiful.
All right, so yellow gets onto the second red city, all alone there, just throwing that out there. And 3 income for yellow, all alone, 6th. But again, we don't have a scoring until a company reaches 10 cubes. Keep that in mind.
So is it me?
You know what? Hold on one second. Give me 1 second. Yeah, okay. And after, you know what? I realized that I never mentioned how do you get new shares? It's at the end of a scoring round. I apologize. In the new turn order. Sorry. Yes. So that was 1. It is 2. Ken, you're up.
Let's head on into Selma, Alabama with yellow.
All right, yellow, going over to Selma. That is now
Good answer.
5 out here for yeller, so you guys can see this. This will be the 5th. All right, so you guys can see green's lagging. I'm okay with that. Okay, Selma, there. So that is going to be a blue city for yellow, and that is 2 for. Okay. Chris.
Yeah, let's go south from West Point with purple.
All right, purple is going south from West Point. Excellent. Okay. Ain't no party like a purple party, and purple party is good. So we will go Columbus for 2 for that is a new blue city, and that will be 2 for purple. There we go. That was 4, 5.
I'll go north with red to whatever that green city is.
Say that one more time. Oh, right here?
The green city that's north of yeah.
Okay. Cartersville, by the way. I've never been there. I've been to Atlanta. All right, Cartersville. So we got that. That's going to be a green city for red.
There are a lot of green cities on this map that many people have not been to before.
Fact. Athens, Georgia, home of UGA. All right, so that's 1 for red. All right, there we go. Back to 1.
So Andrew, if you want to keep building yellow, my
Ken will
theory
let
is
you.
that if you build down towards Mobile and we get a third red, that's going to be like almost unassailable.
Yeah, that's probably the right thing to do. I'm trying to figure out if it's worth. It's probably not worth trying to hit more green cities on the way too. So just go as straight as possible, right? And we've got 5 more before scoring round. Okay, yeah.
You can go through Jackson. That's
Yeah,
correct.
so I think, yeah, we can just go through Jackson. So, it's probably better.
East or
Probably
north?
better go southwest rather than just south. Probably, because that way
Gives more options for later. You mean?
slightly more options. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll go southwest.
Southwest? All right, towards
from
Jackson with yellow. Okay.
Yeah.
Done. 2.
Yeah. We'll continue yellow on into Jackson, Alabama, not to be confused with Jackson, Mississippi.
There we
Which is
go.
also on the board.
I appreciate that. And 1 for yellow. Good Lord. Okay.
You know, it could have been blue, Edward. Blue could be blue could be way over there right now.
3.
It's true. You just hit a threaten Ken. That's all you had to do.
I'll build south with black from the middle spot.
Right here. Okay. Heading towards Charleston.
Yep.
Beautiful city. All right. So I have blue and purple. I'm just going to throw this out here, Chris, that solidifying another blue city might not be terrible. Okay? So, purple will go there. And Ariel.
I'll go to Charleston with black.
All right. So black got another red city. So now at least yellow's not getting that. And 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, back to 1.
All right, we're gonna have yellow go south.
Yellow, can you? All right. That is the 8th cube for yellow. Going south. Done. 2.
You know, I like that plan. Let's go straight south with yellow again.
That is 9 for yellow. Chris.
We already have the blue points. I'm gonna go.
You guys have 1 move to make before scoring, so make
I'm
it
gonna
count.
go southwest from Florence with black.
You are a terrible human being. I knew I shouldn't have never trusted.
the blue
Who
color.
invited Chris? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. All right, so purple and blue. God, the order in which we have this turn order here sucks because my partners both on both sides of me. Mistakes were made there. I see this now. I should have teamed up with Ariel if I could have. Yep, mistakes were made. Okay, so
You couldn't though. I made myself a loner.
done. Ariel.
So you get a point for every category you're the first in, right?
Here, I'll go over it real quick for scoring, okay? It's a point for this, which everybody here is tied right now at green. A point for this. A point for this. And then it's 2 points for this. And then starting with the second scoring, whoever has the most cubes at a minimum of 11 is worth a point. And the fewest shares owned is 1 point. And there you go.
Okay. And as soon as the yellow's gone, we do a scoring.
As soon as the yellow gets placed, correct.
All right, I'll go south to that green city with black.
All right, so black, south to Orangeburg. So that is black for a green. So green, that's there. And 1 income. One nice thing I will point out is you can check your work. Oh, did I move this track? Oh, green's at 2. Or black is at 2 green cities? 1, 2. Okay, yeah, easy enough. 2 red, yeah, and no blue. Checks out. Easy enough. All right, cool. All right, so that's 5. Back to 1.
All right, so we're building into the red city with yellow.
You're a terrible human being. All right. It's predictable, but you're still a terrible human being. All right, into Mobile, Alabama. So yellow.
My city of my birth, Mobile, Alabama. Let's do it.
1, 2, and 3. Okay, so now there is a scoring round. So we'll take it a little slow to begin with. Okay, so we'll just, oh, hold on. Let's go ahead and move it over to there. So here we go. Is anybody leading alone here? And the answer is yes. Black is, purple is, yellow is. So each of these is going to get 1 income, 1 victory point per share. So black, purple, and yellow. Player-wise. You know what? I just realized it might be easier to look at where there are ties and eliminate those for scoring. So why don't we do that first? So before we do that, there is no company that has the fewest amount of shares, correct? Because there is 1 orange and 1 green.
One green.
Yep.
So no points will be awarded for that. Fair? Okay. There is no points for any company having the most cubes at a minimum of 11. So no points for that. So then let's just do it by portfolio. So we'll do it here at player 1. They have yellow and green. No, no. 1, 2, 3. 3 for yellow. So 1 and 2 will each get 3 points. So 1 and 2. So Andrew and Ken are white and gray, each at 3 to start. And that's yellow. Then black is going to get 1 point, purple is going to get 1 point, and that's it. So black, so we have Ariel, so natural and pink, 1 point each. And let's see, blue is not leading anything. Purple is leading 1 thing. So 1 and 1. So that's going to be natural and orange. Natural and orange. And correct me if I'm wrong, that's all the scoring.
That's it.
That
All
should be
right.
it.
So here we go. So gray and white are going to be at 3 points apiece there. Then natural will be at 2. And then me and Ariel hanging out at the back of the bus. So now turn order will be fewest points. So Ariel went after me, so therefore I will be first. 1, 2. Oops. 1, 2. And then third will be will be Chris. And then 4 and 5, Andrew was first, so he will be 4th and 5th. There we go. So we have the new turn order. Does all that make sense based on that?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. All right. So now we draft new shares, starting with the first player. Now, there is no more rule about having different ship anything. As long as there's a share available, you can take it. And it doesn't matter what you have already, et cetera, et cetera. All right.
Yellow should get 1 more point because they have the most track.
It has to be at least 11.
Minimum 11.
Yeah.
So the first scoring, there won't be any of that.
I mean, next time, yellow will
Next
have the
time,
most track.
hopefully.
Well, maybe.
But unfortunately, next time, everybody will be invested in yellow, so it won't really matter.
So there's the rub, right? So yellow is currently getting 3 points right now. Black is in pretty good position. But man, it's really hard to pass up yellow. But if I take yellow, and I did mention there are 6 shares of each company. So there are only 4 left. So theoretically, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now Ken is incentivized to maybe take another blue.
Wait. Shouldn't I be 4th and Andrew be 5th? Because Andrew was 1st and I was 2nd, right?
It stays relative.
It stays relative?
It does.
That's brutal. Okay.
I mean, I can't see a reason not to take yellow other than I'm not gaining on people, but it's the most points.
Are multiple people allowed to take the same share?
100%.
Yeah, now there's no restrictions.
Oh, you know what? Actually, hold on. Hold on. 1 share of each railroad. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh.
So, you know
That does
what?
change things.
I'm actually
Yes.
going to do this because I feel like
The way
this
that
is
I
going to
approve.
get confusing otherwise. So, a moment. But you can double up. All right. So, with that said, okay, never mind. I'm an idiot. That's what's available. There we go. Yeah, you guys don't actually need to see them. I just realized that. Excuse me, fellas.
That's much clearer. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. All right,
Okay.
so now, Ariel, those are your options. Okay, there we go. And now that we've done that, I'll go ahead and... Orange Pico tonight, by the way. And while Ariel maths, if you guys are enjoying the stream, I'd appreciate y'all giving it a thumb down below.
I'm good though. I just want purple.
Purple it is.
I'll take a black.
And remember, the number of points for these companies is per share that you have. So for instance, now that Chris is the first one that doubled up, he would get whatever points black gets doubled, right? It's per share.
This is interesting. I don't want the green. I don't. If I get the red, then I make sure the green is valuable to me. But then that leaves Ken with the blue, probably, and then that incentivizes him to make more blue. Ugh.
Or he takes the green to keep you from getting a point.
Or he takes the green game, but that's but that, I mean, he could do that. But he might take the green anyway, just to keep me. Well, no, then because then I'll take the red.
Ken.
Yeah, I mean, I like the idea of preventing you from getting a point, but blue is also just an absolute dog. I can't believe I have a share in that terrible company. So I will take green.
Did I just do that? I did.
You did just do that?
That's all right. The peanut gallery will help me.
8555312, I think.
I can't believe I did that.
I think red was on 17.
So hold on. Yellow, I know, was up here somewhere.
12, I think.
What'd you say, Ken?
Yellow was 12. Black was 8. Green was 3. The other ones were on 5.
Green was 3, you said, and the others were at 5. So, and red was also at 5?
Yes.
Okay. So I got that taken care of. Those are all good. And was that how it was? Yeah, I know, Antonio. My bad. So I'll watch the peanut gallery on that. So anyway, Ken, what did you decide?
I decided green.
Sorry.
Green.
So hold on. Green, yellow. I might as well keep it
Ken.
there and there.
Couldn't let me have it, could you?
And Piedmont goes away. It'll be available after the next stock round. All right. 867530. Oh, I see what you did there, Chris. All right. Antonio, yellow, black.
Does that mean there'll be 2
8.
blue? Some genius could buy 2 shares of blue next time if they want to?
5553. I'm sorry?
Does that mean there'll be 2 shares of blue available in the
No,
next?
only
next
1
stock
share.
round? Okay. All right.
Double check, make sure I'm not lying. 1 share of each railroad at the bottom of the map. Yep.
right.
Yeah, so there's just one color not chosen every time. Right?
Correct.
basically.
In a
Yeah.
5-player. Correct. All right, cool. Green equals 1 red city. Green equals 1 red city. There we go. I suppose I could have looked at the map and done it, but this is way easier when you have 100 in the peanut gallery. Thank you, peanut gallery. All right, so we have new turn order. We have drafted all the new shares. Keep in mind, these are the companies that you can now lay track for. And I'm just saying, 2 and 3. So Ariel and Chris with purple, like we could team up. We got 1, 2, or 1, 2, and 3. I'm just saying. So that
I mean, I have a
said,
feeling Chris might be building black. Just saying.
you're probably right, but I thought I would throw it out there. Ariel.
All options are possible.
Ariel.
Where did you go, Edward? Sorry.
I haven't yet, but I'm considering going either here or there for you to lock up one of the red cities.
Yep, I took purple for a reason.
Oh, okay. Now, the interesting thing to note before we go any further and before we assume that Chris is going to do black, once I take this cube, assuming 2 and 3, we could have a scoring round right now after the third player. So keep that in mind. Just floating that idea. So I will go ahead and go, you know what? There are only 2 on the rurals. I'll go right there. Done. Ariel.
We'll take that red city with purple.
All right. And that is 9. And that is to Montgomery. Midnight. There. So purple gets another red city. A red city, sorry. There. And purple will get 3 income, which will go there. Okay. Interesting. All right. Now, Chris.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of just giving points to everyone with yellow, so I'll build north for black of Florence.
All right. North there. Fair enough. Look, I had to make my case. I had to at least try and sell it. So then, Andrew, you're up. Hey, Vince.
Yeah. Not a lot. Not a lot I can do with the yellow.
Well, I mean, an 11th track seems like a good idea.
True.
Says the guy who's I'm just saying.
You're also invested in.
I
yellow,
am
right?
aware of these things. However,
I mean, any of you guys could do that. Oh, man. Because, yeah, you're not going to... What are you going to do, Ken? You're not going to build green. You're not going to build blue. Those aren't useful things.
Well, building blue is a terrible idea, but I might be convinced to build green. We just have to think about, like, what could green do?
what can
Green, I guess, has
do
it
for
has
you?
a decent shot potentially to have the most blues eventually,
It's going to
Depending
take
on how to get-
forever.
depending on how long the game goes.
Ugh.
And by the way,
That already gets a jump start on green.
all of these should have reset to 0 also.
Yeah, I think my better option is to try to improve red to make something useful out of that. And probably the best way to do that is to build northeast out of Atlanta.
Okay, so right there.
Yeah.
Okay. Done. And that was for Ken.
Well, if you guys aren't going to do it, I'm certainly going to do it. So I'll build into my hometown, the place where I spend most of my growing up, which is Pensacola, Florida, with yellow.
All right, right there. And that is the 11th. So
Always
now.
love a game with my hometown on the map. It's a good time.
So yellow is on a second green there. So there's a tie for the lead there and one more for yellow. So this is an interesting spot, right? Do we do purple and cause the scoring? Going to a blue city hurts purple for blue. So I think blue is just a dog. Oof. So it then comes down to purple or yellow. There are 3 shares of each of those out there. I think purple helps me more than it helps because I don't want, yeah, it's got to be purple. So purple, I'm thinking I could make a case for, you know what, let's put it in good position. We'll go and go to Macon. So purple, that's another blue, alone, which they already were, and purple will go 2. There. And we have a scoring round. I think this is the right thing to do. We'll see. So, you know what? I just realized an easier way to do this for me. All right. So let's go through this. So, each of these, so no points awarded for the green because there's a tie. Here. 1 for purple, 1 for yellow, and then 2 for yellow. Then it goes most number of track cubes, minimum of 11, will be another point for yellow. And railroad with the fewest shares. And to be honest with you, this is why the shares are numbered. I would like to show you guys this real quick. There's a 3, there's a 3, there's a 3. All of those are 3s. And then the other 2 are 4s. So at a glance, I can tell that nobody has that by themselves. Ergo, nobody gets that point. So what does that mean? Purple is going to get 1 victory point, and yellows are worth 4. So yellow and purple, that'll be 5 for orange. Yellow and purple. So yellow here will be worth 4 points for white. And then yellow and purple. Purple is worth 1 for pink. And then natural, yellow and purple. Purple is worth 1. And gray, yellow and purple, that's going to be worth 4. And there we go. So, white and gray each get 4 for a total of 7. Orange is going to get 5 to get to 6. And each of these guys will move up 1. And now we have new turn order. So pink and natural, so these 2. So it's going to go 1, 2. And then third will be yours truly, and then 4, 5 will stay in relative order. And now we put out.
Edward, you're gonna be last.
I'm sorry?
You made the most.
You're right.
You made the most points.
I was looking at that, so a moment. You're right. I am 5th. Then 4th, 3rd. Sorry, you're right.
That
there we go.
relative turn order is just going to keep kicking me in the face over and over again, huh? I'll just glory to Rome to the rules of the game. It's actually probably a really good rule, but I'm not enjoying it right now.
4, 5, and this is just to save my back. 6. All right. So, Ariel, what would you like?
All right, this feels like not much of a decision. I'll take the yellow.
Oh, I'm shocked. Shocked, I say. By the way, that is 2 scoring rounds for those scoring at home. Game ends after the 4th. Okay? And then, Chris?
I'll take a purple.
And purple. So, yeah, come on, work with me. There we go. And third is going to be Andrew.
I'll take a black.
He says with confidence.
It's a lot of dogs.
And Ken. Piedmont's still available.
Yeah, noted. I think the only choice for me is to take red, because that way, whichever one you pick, the other one of mine is going to be one of the fewest shares owned.
Okay, so let me think this out loud now. If I take blue, blue is worth exactly 0 points, and it would give another share of blue. If I take green, that would give 3 shares, and that means blue is now worth a point, but I'm giving a point to Ken. You suck, Ken. Glory to Rome.
But you're also giving a point to yourself. It's a point for you and me. Teamwork makes the dream work.
But blue is an absolute dog.
True. Your teamwork so far has made the blue company in the corner of the board.
I'm just saying I had to, so Piedmont goes away. All right, so now, to be clear, Piedmont, I'm just going to go ahead and throw it right there. That is the one that is going to be worth the 1 point, right? Because the fewest shares. Everything else is at 4 or 5, 3 or 4 out. I apologize. All right, so we are done with that. So player 1. Yes, if this were an 18XX, Piedmont would have rusted.
So
And black is 2 away. Real quick, just a quick status update. That is, remember, 4 scoring rounds. So theoretically, you think that black and then 1 of red or blue will happen. Okay?
so many different shares. I don't know if I really care. Everything cannibalizes something else.
There's a lot going on here than it initially looks like. Oh God, I'm an idiot. I just realized. Chris. Well done, Chris. I see that. Turn order matters a lot.
Yeah, it's like all turn order.
Huh. And relative turn order to everybody else, right?
Yeah, and I think Chris is probably smart to try to not diversify as much as I have.
And by you mean everybody else?
Yes.
Well, right now I have two 0 point companies, so obviously not really playing well.
I'll go north to the green city with red.
All right, so red, north to the green. Okay, so to Gainesville.
Gainesville.
There we go. So red is in another green. So there are now 3 there for yellow, for green cities, and red goes up 1 income, 1 revenue. Done. Player 2.
Purple to the southwest of Atlanta.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking in my head here. So purple to the southwest of Atlanta. Now, you are natural. You are 3 points.
I am not. I'm very far behind. Don't worry.
I know. I'm just doing my due diligence. So there. All right. So nothing, and now we're at 3. Andrew.
Yeah.
This is. Yeah. I'm digging this quite a bit.
Oh wow. I don't know what to focus on right now.
Squirrel.
You can get a point off black if you build it up to green.
Fact, because
True.
so you can see this. He's talking about right there because there's a log jam at 2 green cities.
I can also get a point off yellow by building anything.
Not necessarily. Easy there. Because if purple builds something and those
Ken
two
could help.
those 2 then would negate. I'm just saying.
Yeah, if Ken helped, then we could secure it. But
Right. I think I have the most incentive to get yellow, keep yellow going, basically. So
but doing that helps everybody but Chris, which is kind of silly.
It's
Uh,
oh right. Does
Yellow,
Eric?
yellow not really giving you guys much.
Well, but not purple is giving me something though. Yeah, if you build towards Biloxi, we could go down to the other red city there.
True. Oh my God.
And then
As
we
the
could probably
plan
buy
can-
we could probably buy that blue company for like 5 cents.
I mean, I could also build out red and try to get green cities. Man, because you could help with that, but then you're gonna help. There's too many. There's too many
Iterations.
go.
Yeah.
Because like I'm also trying to think about who am I competing against and what am I overlapping them with right now?
And this game plays quick enough that
Yeah.
you could run it back. You know what I mean? You could play this back to back. Be
Yeah,
like, okay.
in a game night for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, this is just mean.
Yeah. Okay. I think it makes sense for me to build out black. It doesn't really matter which. I'm going to one of the green cities. It doesn't really matter which
All
one.
right, let's go, Monroe. So black now is in sole possession of the green cities, and that will go up 1 there.
Then
that
now
was
me.
3, so 4. Now what you do
Okay,
here does
fine.
impact me.
I will build northeast of Mobile into the white hex with yellow.
Oh, here with yellow. That's the 12th one. Well, okay. So now it's my turn. This is probably my only placement this round because black is on the cusp, right?
I've heard Atlanta's nice.
I am fully aware of that. And so if we go into Atlanta, that's where 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then black goes. And black is definitely going to go before yellow goes. So that means black would actually, I'm sorry, purple would, yeah? And yeah? And it makes sure that yellow doesn't, oh wow, you really love that play, don't you? But I'm cutting off my nose to spite my face if I don't do purple, because black is going to go here for sure.
Getting purple points affects your opponents more than me getting points.
You're right. All right, you make a compelling argument. So there we go. Party in Atlanta. Even though it doesn't help purple through any of those, it does here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We have a new leader in revenue. And Ariel.
I'm building with yellow.
Really?
Yep.
It's going to be an arms race, possibly.
Somewhere that is not a city, even if I care. So I'll
You're a
Let's
horrible
go.
person, Ariel. Why would you build somewhere that's not a city? You're the worst.
if I build to a green, that takes a point away from me. So
Fact.
I'll just build north off of what is that? The red city, the northernmost red city that yellow owns.
Birmingham?
Yes, they'll go straight due north.
Gross.
It's like the worst possible.
Done.
It is certainly the worst possible place you could have built.
And I'm just saying, you could lay purple so
Oh, no,
that
I'm
yellow
laying
doesn't
black.
get the points, because that doesn't help you. So just saying.
I'm laying black to get the
Yes.
purple scoring for most
I
revenue.
assumed.
Obviously.
Okay.
Black is going to go to the other green city. that
So
it's not
Fayetteville?
in.
All right. So black will go there, and black will get 1 more. All right. So here we go. For blue is going to get 1 for this. So a moment while blue, all right, is going to get 1 point. Then black, purple, yellow, purple. So 1, 1, 1, 2. So that means purple is getting 3. And yellow and black are each getting 1. Black, I said, and yellow, each getting 1 for that. And then yellow is going to get, they have the most track, so they are going to get 1 additional. So how that comes out to is purple is worth 3, yellow 2, black and blue. Welcome to the game, blue. All right, so you know what? Let's just go ahead, reset all of these, save my back a little. So we'll just do it in this order. So we have white. So we have blue, purple, black, and yellow. Blue, black is worth 1, yellow is worth 2 for a total of 3, blue and purple, that's it. So it's going to be 3 for white. Then over here we have pink. Pink, we have no blue. We do have a purple worth 3, we have a yellow worth 2, and a black worth is 1. That is going to be 6. Well done, pink. Natural is,
Place.
sorry?
Oh, just well done from like way, way, way behind.
I'm just saying, but it's black is going to be worth 1 each, so 1, 2, and purple's worth 3 each, so it's 3, 6, 7, 8 all day for natural. Chris, crushing there.
That's very good.
Orange is getting 3 for purple, 2 for yellow for 5, 1 for blue, 6. The end. And finally, gray is getting none. 2, 3. Okay. Everybody agree with that scoring for everything?
Yep.
All right. So yellow and gray, I'm sorry. Whew, yellow, really? White and gray each get 3. Done. Pink and orange are getting 6. And natural jumps all the way up. Wow.
11, right? It was 3 to 11.
Yeah, I had 8. So it should be
Okay,
11.
my bad. Math is hard. There we go. Somebody's closer. All right. So now that that is done, we will.
Hey, Ken, guess what? Relative turn order.
And notice the numbers. Anywhere you see a 5, that is the penultimate share. All right. So now turn order will be 1. Yeah. And 2. And then 3, 4 between pink and here. So that will be 3. There we go. Everything look great to y'all?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. And we have had 3 scoring rounds. There will be 1 more, or if we all must pass, which seems unlikely, consecutively. Player 1, which share would you like?
Purple seems like the obvious choice, so I'll go purple.
And Ken?
Try to see how many cubes are left.
Oh, here you go.
It's like 5. Yeah, so okay, so 5 gone for red, 3 gone for blue, 1 gone for green. That was a sad dream for green. And 10 gone for black. That's what that looks like.
Yeah, you are correct, sir.
Okay. This is black situation going on up here. I don't know. It's not that great. Huh. Okay, I'm not going to think about it too hard. I'll take another yellow. Even if I am consigning myself to pulling that card alone.
Okay, and Ariel.
So red's probably gonna be the other company that gets to 10.
I mean, you would think it would be red or blue.
I don't think it's gonna be green.
I
It's
think
not
I
going to
feel
be green.
I
I feel
feel like
confident about not
that's
being
a safe assumption. To say that green is a dog is an insult to dogs everywhere.
And yet more people have gotten green shares than blue shares.
Fact.
I take the black.
All right. So this is 3 for Ariel. Okay. And Corey, you're welcome. I'm glad that's helping a little bit. So Corey, I assume is red-green colorblind. So I did put the dots here on the green. Obviously, I did, and same with the circles on the green to try and make it easier for y'all. All right, so 4. I ain't got a clue. Okay. So if I don't take the blue, it scores me a point. Which, good. The green, I'm pretty sure green scored exactly 0. Green kind of sucks. But red also scored exactly 0. Oh, God, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Red is red. I would argue that red's as big a dog as green because I'm looking at this where red is. Red has no chance to catch up here. Red has no chance to catch up here. Red has no chance to catch up here. I guess, maybe? But given its position on the board, 1 seems likely, but oh, God. I'll take red and not like it. Chris?
Does blue have the single least shares at this moment?
If you
That's
take
word on
it,
the street.
it no longer will, but it does. Yes.
Okay, I'm going to take blue to take away a point.
Yes.
Yep.
That was my only hope, was that you weren't going to do that. But so now, to point this out, since this goes back, green and blue both have 3 shares out, so therefore nobody will score that extra point. So these will just go away. All right, shares are done. Player uno. Remember, the game ends one of 2 ways: another scoring round, or if we all consecutively pass, which means you cannot legally place a cube because you must.
Right.
While you think, BGP Media says, would you agree that 4 or 5 players would be the sweet spot for the game? Can't imagine playing 3 players. Now, I will say this, that Ken over at Rio Grande said a lot of their play testing that they did for this and everything else has been at 3 players, and it was brutal. Now, I think it's also pretty tense at both 4 and 5, but I personally haven't played it at 3, but I'm just going off of what he has told me.
Nothing's good.
Because nothing scales as far as player count, right?
Yeah.
Mechanically, nothing changes. Other than obviously less shares are taken in a given round.
Yeah, I just do not know what the right move is here. I could punt and just build green. That feels stupid, but or do I try to make the game end faster by building red? That might be the thing to do. Yeah, let's build red. We'll just go into the green city that I can reach right
Athens, right there. Yeah. All right, so red goes into another green city there. And then red also gets 1 income there. Done, player 2.
I'm going to surprise no one by placing a yellow. We'll put it in Biloxi because that gets yellow and income.
All right, so Yellow goes up 1 on the green city, which now ties red there. And then 1 more income for yellow, which will tie purple for the lead. 3. Ariel.
I'll go into that open blue city with black.
All right, so black in the open blue. All right, into Columbia, South Carolina, home of the Gamecocks. So we have a blue city for black. Welcome to the Blueville there. And 2 for black there. And that was 3. So me and, okay. So I imagine purple makes sense. And I assume Chris would be down for that. But I'm helping Chris. Oh, God. All of a sudden.
You're still ahead.
Yeah, but I would like to. Wow. Who else is invested in red?
Everybody but Chris.
Okay, thank you. That helps, yeah.
Red has no viable path to get any points.
Not right now, but it's going to be the one that triggers the end of the scoring and to eliminate black getting the points, heading over to Huntsville. You know what? You can do all your heavy lifting your own. I'm going to do red. And so let's see. We are 1, 2, 3 away from Milledgeville. We are 3 away from Decatur, 3 away from Huntsville. I kind of like that idea. Oh, sorry. Yeah, 3. I'm looking at purple. Sorry. And Tullahoma. So getting to blue with red doesn't help. So I'm going to eliminate any temptation. And I do want to quick remind everybody that you are only allowed green cities can only have 1 cube in them. Okay, so coming down here to Talladega isn't viable for red. Done. That's 4. 5.
Purple built southwest of Talladega.
Coming down, I assumed there. 1.
Don't let him double score purple for income again, Andrew. That'd be crazy.
You can go right to that green city.
I think there's no good options. I think no matter what I do, I'm screwed. You
can just build red.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, put me out of my misery. Literally no way to make that. Ugh. Yeah, all right. We'll build red. Make it go. Yeah, there. That makes sense.
I just assumed.
Yeah.
Ken.
I will build the 15th yellow token towards New Orleans.
I'll go southwest of Columbia with black.
Oh, Jesus. Southwest of Columbia, right there. Oh, God, that means he's going to be able to place purple, which is going to get him 3, which is okay. If we do red, then I assume he places the last one and pulls the lever. I assume? 1. Okay, so let me think. He's going to go there to red, which hurts yellow. Oh, I have no idea. I think that's the right thing to do. A moment. Yeah, because, yeah, all right. Huntsville. So red is going to go and tie black for green cities. And then 1 income and done. And now here.
Purple builds into whatever that red city is.
All right, so going
Birmingham.
into Birmingham. See, I didn't know if you were going to build black. Black into Greenwood. Okay. So purple gets a red, which ties black for second. And then 3 income for purple. Done. And now, if, just reminding, the next red cube triggers the end of the game. 1.
You can finally pull away from Ken, Andrew, if you just build red.
That's right. You can pull away from me for
Yes.
4th place.
I think
You'll no longer be tied.
I literally can't win. I think I'm literally just kingmaking this point.
If you build the last yellow, I'll end it with red.
Yeah, I think I'll put the last yellow out in the red city, and we'll see what happens because I can't win.
Interesting. Okay, so this will go into Nolans. So yellow goes into another red city and gets 3 income. There. Now, yellow cannot be built, so yellow is done, to be clear. Okay? And just to show that here, yellow is where yellow is, right? So, now 2.
It is not getting any better for me. It can only get worse, and I have the power to end it. I don't think there's anything I can do with red to take points away from others, but let's go ahead and score it.
All right, so red.
So red, place red in somewhere.
You know what? Red's confused. It doesn't know where it's going. It's just going right there.
Yep.
That would trigger it. So here we go. Nothing gets the bonus share here. Then, or bonus victory point. Tied 0. 1 for purple, 1 for yellow, and tied. So purple and yellow each get 1.
And yellow's built the most track.
Oh, and yellow has built the most tracks, so 2. So here we go. So this will be white. The only things that matter are purple and yellow. There's a purple and a yellow for a total of 3. Then pink, purple and yellow, that'll be 3. And then natural, purple and yellow, womp womp.
Get 2.
Yeah, 2 purple. So
I'm sorry. God, what am I? Jeez. Thank you. This is why you guys check me. Orange, purple and yellow. That'll be 3. And purple and yellow. There are 2 yellows. That'll be 4. So here we go. 4 points for gray. 3 for everyone not named natural who gets 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And there you have it. Hashtag terrible teacher wins it at 15. Gray, Ken at 14. 13 is going to be everyone not named Ariel. And Ariel, thank you for playing. That's hard. So one thing that Ken said, Ken being developer and number 2 guy at Rio Grande, says that 4 or 5 players probably best, but 3 is a lot more tactical. And yeah, so there you go. That's Southern Rails. So it's a sponsored live stream, so we're not going to give opinions on this. I will say I am legitimately surprised that I pulled out the W. We only had 2 Glory to Roams. I way overshot. Nobody picked me. That'll teach you. All right. That was fun. I mean, obviously, getting together with friends, getting together with the herd is a great time. So, fellas here, I appreciate y'all doing this tonight. Thank you very much. To everybody watching, certainly appreciate y'all hanging out with us, whether it's live or after the fact. Big thanks to Ken, Jay, and everybody over at Rio Grande for sponsoring the live stream, as well as giving us the review copy of the game. And Todd Sanders, good job on the graphic design. And one thing I just realized, there's an actual, it's a map. Those are elevation marks on a map in the background. I just realized that. I just noticed that. Huh. All right, cool. Well, there you go. All right. So you guys, everybody out there, stay safe, wear your masks, social distance, be kind to one another. I will be back tomorrow at noon, in theory, for Obsession. Has there been a game that has been more delayed and more cursed than 4 times? 4 times I think it's been delayed. Yeah, so hopefully tomorrow at noon, we're going to be doing Obsession. And then tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern, 1900, that is Power Grid Recharged, also from Rio Grande. Just came in the mail today, so I'm excited about it. Got a big old box with a whole bunch of Power Grid maps, which means Power Grid's going to be the new Age of Steam. So Power Grid and Age of Steam we're going to be playing a lot of because it streams really well remote. So there you go. Alyssa says, I know you won't stream Obsession tomorrow. We'll see. Let's hope. All right. I'm waiting for an asteroid to hit at this point, right? I mean, so, yeah. And Ken in chat says, are you guys ready for Trans-Siberian? As soon as Trans-Siberian arrives, then we will be streaming that also from Rio Grande. That one got a complete graphical redesign, and I do mean complete, artwork-wise, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So, yeah, that's going to be coming sooner rather than later. I'm looking forward to that one as well. And that one's definitely a heavier Winsome game as well. All right? So there we go. Hopefully the apocalypse doesn't hit tomorrow and we're able to stream Obsession. So that said, I'm Edward.
Andrew.
Ariel.
Chris.
And
All right. You guys have a great night. Take care. And I'll see you all at noon tomorrow. Take care, everybody. All right. Honest answer. Who thought I was going to take that? Exactly. Exactly.
heading into the last scoring round, I thought you were going to take it.
I did not. So, okay. All right. Oh, and since we're still live, Ken says, I'll send out Trans-Siberian next week. So there you go. Look for that in a couple weeks, y'all.